Hello.
Hi. As someone who's kind of interested in the industry, I can do like one voice, and I was kind of wondering where do I sort of go from here?
You'd be surprised how many actors get cast for their one voice. That's one thing a lot of people seem to forget. I mean, let me first lay down the rule for anyone who's interested in going into voiceover. In voice actor, the important word is actor. Just because you can do a bunch of funny voices, it doesn't make you competitive. You have to be an actor. They want the performances, they want the realistic feel. You have to be able to channel these emotions. So you want to make sure you're taking classes to actually perform and feel the emotions and go through the layers of a character and really be able to perform and then work on the voices. But then as far as voices go, to answer your question, there are a lot of people that make a very good living with a singular voice because they're just really good at it. And even for people that do a lot of voices, the first few things you put on your demo reel are your natural voice because that's 80% of the time what you're going to be cast doing, unless it's a different focus. So I wouldn't worry about that per se. What I would say is it does help a lot to have more in your repertoire, so just practicing. I mean, it's one of those things where when you're driving alone in your car or you're in the shower, time to yourself, that's your time to practice. I must look like some madman when I'm on the freeway, like by myself in my car, just like going, well, I don't know about that, so what's wrong with you? Oh, you shut up, oh, you shut up. So there's some guy next to me. That kind of a thing. You just use that time to practice and kind of find it. And I'll still find voices and textures in places that I haven't tried before. And I get there like, oh, that's cool. I'll pull out my phone and record a little bit of it. That way I have the file later on when I'm making a demo that I can like pick and choose different voices that I found I didn't know I had before. And be like, oh, I could put that one in the demo. That'd be interesting. Or I'll use this for that audition. I didn't even think about that. So it's just practicing and learning and finding out what you can do and then pushing past that. And you'll be surprised sometimes what you can get when you actually take the time to try and just get familiar with that. The real challenge is once you've found a voice, to practice it enough, to get comfortable enough to do it on the spot. Because it's cool if you can do a voice. It's not cool if you can do a voice for an audition, book it, show up at the booth and be like, I don't remember how I did it. That's bad, because then you don't work again, ever. And that does happen. There are people that will practice so hard on that audition but not be able to replicate what they did in the booth. And that you've just wasted a lot of people's time. So you want to make sure that you're really comfortable with those voices that you're putting out there. So there's a lot of practice.
Thank you.
Bye.
Oh, come on. There's got to be someone outside here who has a question. There we go. I'm in it. Go.
Hold on. That.
Hello.
She meant a lot.
I'd like this one to stay on the podium.
Good.
Good. Hello.
Hello.
So, you got to give me a list of what other games I've lost my money on. What are some games you've worked on?
I probably should have
aside
started
from
that.
Baldur's Gate.
Oh, I did work on those games. I want to, but
You want to work on Baldur's
I
Gate?
want to work on Baldur's
Okay,
Gate.
I want
I'd love
the
to.
top 3 games that you have really enjoyed being a part of.
Enjoy being part of. Let's see. I really enjoyed doing No More Heroes 2. That was a lot of fun. It wasn't a big character. It was a fun game. It was great writing. And I mean, how often you get to be a character that rips his own head off? Like there's just something. There's something about that you can proudly proclaim for a long time. Let's see. I actually really enjoyed doing the Wolfenstein game, the one that came out the year before. There's a character named Ayacon. He was the head of the Kaiserslautern. It's just kind of German resistance movement against the Nazis, and it was a very kind of intense, cinematic, trying to get the hero through, and just a really cool part that had a good arc. That was a lot of fun. Let's see. It's hard to pick a top 3 because it's a lot of fun. Because I'm in Guild Wars 2 right now. It's a lot of fun. You'd be kind of that,
No introverted hero, kind of just, don't you start your crap with me. I fought the realm. The wolf is behind me. The spirit of the fox is behind me.
That wasn't an actual line. God, I hope it's not a line. That was awful. But that was just a lot of fun. I'm hard pressed to pick favorites too, because I like them all for different reasons. Mortal Kombat was fun.
You want more comment?
I'm Striker in Mortal Kombat. which for the record was funny because when,
I'll give you some police brutality.
Police brutality coming up.
you know. That's what. No, with him, my favorite part is in between rounds, if he beats somebody while they're on the ground, he's changing the round two, he like changes his gun. It's all punk. All right. The funny thing with Mortal Kombat was because I played the old games back in the day, and Stryker was the worst character. He was so bad. Like I guess he was viable from a gameplay standpoint, but just visually, he was just like, oh cool, that's great. That's what we need. More representation as a fat American. Great. And just a douchebag cop, sure, why not? Let's just go through this entire bad avenue of representation. And just everyone hated Stryker. And so we went into the auditions, we didn't know what characters we were auditioning for. It was just, Ninja Warrior 1, Native American Warrior 3, it was actually there weren't 3 of them, but you get the idea. And so when I got a call from my agent, like, hey, you booked Mortal Kombat. Yay, what character? Stryker. Oh. Cool. But then when I went and met the producers, they showed me the artwork for him, and I read the script, and I was like, okay, they've reworked this guy, made him a little more fun, so we gave him a little personality character, and that was part of what I liked about that was it was a challenge, because now I was like, okay, now to make Stryker not suck as much. What can I do?
You have no idea how much my family, my friends, and everyone I've basically known have been floored by Stryker. Because
literally,
he has been came right through the screen with a grenade, just the end of it. But we got the game. We know, Stryker is in this game. Expect hilarity. He started off as a gang character. He was an absolute fly-by-night. And then here we go. It's just like, you want some police brutality?
No, I know.
I'm going to stand there, stare at the camera. Grenade. Yeah. Oh yeah.
I don't think he does that, but well, I could be DLC. I don't know.
It's funny is I'm currently tweeting with Ed Boon.
Nice. Tell him I say hi.
My brother and I tweet at Boon all the time, and we're giving him all these suggestions. The guy answers you, and he listens. It's insane.
No.
No, it's like we tried talking to Hideo Kojima once. Look, genius. I'd probably deck him if I meet him. But Ed Boon, he's a pretty cool guy, and you don't understand. Stryker is one of my favorites. So
Thank you. That's awesome.
Giving my hug to him.
Oh, I appreciate that.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. I have no idea what I did last night. As long as I kept my pants on, I'm happy. Can I keep my pants on? Okay. I was waiting for the photos to start getting tagged on Facebook. For the record, please don't tag any photos on Facebook. Please. Cool. So, any questions? Anyone?
I do, but I don't want to be a mic hog again.
Well, obviously it's so crowded.
Can we just have some feedback?
Yeah, do some voices. Answer my question.
The questions, I'll do some other few voices that I can do based on how well I am.
It's in relation to another question. I'm listening so intently, it keeps bringing over questions. We're talking about how people have only a single voice to perform. And you say people on that demo should use their original voice for the first 3, which is what I've heard in my research as well. But what if you aren't exactly keen on your original voice and you more perform? I mean, I'll just start from experience. I myself on stage when I perform, I use my natural voice, but when I record, it just doesn't sound right.
I will tell you, that's how everyone feels about their own voice, even voice actors. It's almost like there's some weird genetic history where some point in the past, part of the fight or flight was to not like your own voice. I don't know, it's weird.
Well,
Yeah.
well,
Well, there you go. Well, I like you're joking. That makes a lot of sense. Science.
we're learning. Sorry.
Okay.
It's like with myself, I've done the radio plays and stuff, and I usually kind of put on it's going to sound crap because my voice is still shit from the Unicorn Table concert. But yeah, you usually put on more the American accent are probably insulting to do.
Oh no, trust me, I'll be doing much more insulting accents for you guys.
Well, it's usually something like this, you know, it feels more energetic, I'm out there, I'm doing it, I'm powerful, and more energetic, as I say.
Yeah.
But if I'm doing my own voice, you know, it seems kind of rumbly, and, oh yeah, I don't want to be...
See, those both right there were both your same voice. It was just two different personalities.
Yeah.
Therein lies the distinction. Now, the level of energy might to you seem like in the different character points, but the fact of the matter is that both of those were your normal voice. So just pick the one that you feel more comfortable performing as, and put that on there.
right.
You know, your normal voice doesn't. Can you see normal voice? Your normal voice doesn't have to be good. Like even though it's your casual speaking voice, that doesn't mean it's your performance voice. When I say use your main voice up front, I don't mean start your demo going like, "Hi, I'm Matt, and this is my normal voice." You know, pick a really cool scene or a short bit of dialogue for like for you. You know, for those of you who are putting together demos at all, I highly suggest looking for dialogue from graphic novels. Because graphic novels are stories that are designed to get a lot of information succinctly. So you find little clips of dialogue that work really well in graphic novels and use that for your different scenes and demos. Just change it a little bit, because you know it's kind of bad if your demo's like, "I'll kill you, Spider-Man." Like, I wonder where he got that. But you know, find like a youngish heroic character that your voice would match for that, and then give one of your stage performances per se in your normal voice to that character, and have that be up top. Because even though you know you're still performing, it's still your normal voice, and that's totally fine. In fact, that's preferable.
That's good.
So don't worry too much about that. And like I said, even though you might not like the sound of your voice, that doesn't matter because casting directors might. Because you never know what they want. That's the other thing too. No matter how good of an actor you are, it's not really you that chooses if you book it or not. It's whatever they were looking for. There are many talented people all vying for the same position. There are hundreds and hundreds of great auditions they've got for a character, but the director might just be looking for a specific sound, a certain type of texture, a certain feel, a certain, you know, something that they're looking for. They're like, these four are really good, but this guy sounds slightly Jewish, and that's what I wanted for this character. So there, you know, hey, it's not because the other three weren't good. It's because that person was just more what they were looking for. So, and who knows? Maybe your voice is exactly what they're looking for.
Cool. Thanks.
No worries.
Have you ever had times where, after recording, you were still being in character?
Yeah, but that's more of a psychosis thing. That's from being dropped as a child. Yeah, well, it depends on how self-conscious you are. I have no shame, and I tend to wander into and out of character a lot. That happens when you do a lot of theater, and you're just a weird fellow in general. Or if it's a fun character. I will say, I just finished recording for RPG. They didn't give me the full name, but it's like something Reckoning, or The Reckoning. Like they showed it at E3, I think. It's a console RPG. I did a bunch of English characters, and I did this like a whole race of gnomes that are like slightly Scottish. And for the remainder of the day, I kept slipping into like this, you know, this very late road for the entirety of the day, and it was very difficult for me to slip out of it. And so whenever I went to that Santa Monica, I was ordering drinks and food, and it was just, you know, it was very difficult for me to get back when it was. So you know, that kind of finds its way in, not intentionally. So it happens a lot, and it usually leads to some very interesting conversations. We'll take one more question, and then we'll go to the next panel, which I'll probably just take more questions. So now, I guess we'll just continue going. Hi.
How you doing? Other than Stryker, for one of your characters, what other characters have you talked for?
Oh, let's see, let me pull two months. Fei Long in Street Fighter 4. Yeah. Was that me? Wow, I must have had a really crazy night. I'm currently working as the voice of Tigra in the new Thundercats. The Cartoon Network has been a lot of fun. Let's see, World of Warcraft. I don't know if you guys have been playing for a while. Someone just won. I voiced General Vizax in Old War and Hallion the Twilight Destroyer in the Ruby Sanctum dungeon. It's one of those things where I have to almost look at my IMDb. There's somebody, it costs so much to use my AT&T service here. It's like $20 per megabyte. That's criminal.
The first mistake is on AT&T.
Oh, trust me, believe me. Oh, I know. But they had me contractually for another 8 months, so I'm just like biding my time. Does anybody have a smartphone real fast so I can look at my wiki for IMDb? Because obviously my
Maverick.
Oh yeah, there's Edge Maverick and Star Ocean. Thank you. I had too much vodka last night to remember. Well, no, there's some good things. You might have a smartphone that I can borrow real fast with some good man. You're a good man. Awesome. Oh wait, I already loaded up. Okay, so this webpage is not available. Wait, well, I got this here. Thank you. Dave, you can leave it. I kind of need one for later anyway. Okay, so I also did a lot of voices in Medal of Honor, random characters in Sengoku Basara Samurai Heroes. The game, I was Keiji Maeda. I'm a little monkey. Skelter Helter, No More Heroes 2. Blaze in Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles, Eric Engel in Wolfenstein, Edge Maverick, Faden, Rise of the Argonauts, Treasure Hunter Sid in Chocobo Dungeon, Brett Thompson in Ace Combat 0, Albert Jeanette in Ace Combat 5, Scalar in Scalar, Taishutsu in Dynasty Warrior 7, which came out recently. That's a game with ridiculous dialogue, by the way. Do not judge me based on that game. The writing is ridiculous. Oh, it's Dynasty Warriors. Like half the reason people buy it is the bad voiceover. So there's like a.
It's gotten better over the top of time.
A little better.
Over the storyline. Compare Dynasty Warriors 3 to the current one. There's a bit.
No, I can agree with that. Fair enough. So and stuff like that. And it sucks. I've a few really big video game projects that I'm currently working on right now that I can't discuss yet. I'm really excited. There's a really big Capcom game and a really big Namco game. And I'm really excited about them.
Any other characters just have blend in?
Not so much blend in. No, because there's too much pressure. When you're alone in a room with a microphone and there's a bunch of people behind a glass pane going, perform, go, we're paying you, go, you know, you tend to focus. I have somebody's phone, I should probably get this back. Thank you, sir. So yeah, for the most part, I haven't had that problem because of the pressure. But I'm sure it'll happen one day. I'm sure it'll happen. I'll think of you. Like, you did this to me! Yeah.